Is this a good idea or bad one?
Skip, this is a terrible idea. And the mere fact that you're thinking about this lets you know Alex Smith is not, Skip, the man's on one leg. Let's be all the way. We're gonna be 100, Skip. That's what we do on the show. We keep it real. Alex Smith should not be out there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the second highest blitz team in all of football. We saw the problems Alex Smith had Sunday night with the Eagles and a bunch of backups. Now, what do you think's gonna happen when Tampa knows you're wounded? Remember, pro sports is all about predatory behavior. You got a wounded quarterback, I'm coming to get him, Skip. And the mere fact is, if he can't protect himself, why the hell is he out there? It's not my job to protect him. If you have enough confidence and faith to put an injured player out there, it's my job to take advantage of it. And absolutely, I'm coming. I'm going to blitz him, I'm going to blitz him, I'm going to blitz him. And if you get a big play, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to line up and say, go again. I'm going to get him out. It's as simple as that, Skip. I'm not going to do anything illegal. I'm not going to hit him low. I'm not going to hit him in his head, but I'm going to put his ass on the ground. And that's what Tampa's going to do. And Ron Rivera knows it. The mere fact that Skip, when you ever heard this? In a playoff game, we're thinking about possibly rotating quarterbacks. What? You've been a part of that. You remember when Coach Landry did that with Roger Staubach and Craig Morton. I was on a team with Dan Reeves, did the exact same thing.
Literally alternated them.
He alternated them.
Like they would bring the play in.
Yes. Sean Moore and Tommy Maddox did that in 92 for 8 games. So I was there, so I know it does not work. And guess what our record was, Skip? 0-8.
Was it really?
It was 0-8. Yeah, it was.
Shannon Sharpe played for an 0-8 football team?
I think we finished 8-8, but I think we went 0-8 because John had gotten hurt. And so those two guys were rotating.
Well, how did you close 8-0?
No. John, we were at one point in time, Skip, we were like maybe like 7, we had one like 7, we were 7-0, 7-1, something like that. But we lost, and we ended up.
I see. It didn't start the year.
Yeah, we were good. We were rolling.
Okay, you were rolling.
And then John got hurt. And then they went, Dan went to the quarterback system, and it didn't work out. Skip. And I said, it's very commendable. Alex Smith should be commended. When you have 17 surgeries and you almost lose your leg, you almost lose your life, and you come back, that should be commended. But Skip, do you think anybody from Tampa is thinking about that with Alex Smith back there, quarterback? They're thinking about, we win this game, we move on. We get one step closer to our goal. Skip, if I'm a hunter, if I'm out there hunting animals and I see an animal limping, guess what? He's the easiest target. That's how you do in the Serengeti. The slow, the old, they get captured first. Well, Alex Smith, you're a quarterback, you're injured. They're coming. So, Ron Rivera, let me tell you, go ahead and put your back up in. And hopefully, you guys can make enough plays, your defense can turn it over, get a scoop and score a pick 6. But if you put Alex Smith out there, you're asking for trouble.
So, number one, I am not going to allow you to poor mouth Alex Smith and the Washington football team to the point that you say, it should be a cakewalk for Tom Brady, because you don't want it to be a cakewalk.
No, Skip, what I want and what it actually is. Skip, you saw the man Skip, you saw Sunday night with your own eyes. You saw that.
I also heard what Ron Rivera said yesterday, and this was nothing but gamesmanship.
Okay.
All he's doing is trying to plant the seed of doubt in Todd Bowles' mind, the coordinator, obviously, for Tampa, that I might throw the kid in there who can move around a little bit, a kid who had been out of football for almost 2 years until they signed him off the street on December the 8th. And he winds up playing against Carolina in a huge game for them. And he actually, I thought he played pretty well in the second half, Taylor Heinicke did. 12 of 19 for 137 yards, had a QBR of 48, which is about average. He was pretty good. Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception.
But guess what, Skip? Carolina had no tape on him. Carolina didn't expect to see him. They expected to see Dwayne Haskins for the entirety of the game. But here's the thing, Skip.
And by the way, he had played in the system before for Scott Turner and Norv Turner, Scott's son, in Carolina. Okay, so he had a grasp of how to play. Okay.
But the thing is, Skip, Tampa is not going to do anything it doesn't already do defensively. So they don't care who the quarterback is.
Okay, who is the best blitzer by far, times 10 on Tampa's defense?
It's Devin White. Yeah.
And Devin White tested positive, and Devin White is not going to be allowed to play on Saturday night at Washington.
Right.
So you take away their best blitzer, and I agree with you. They come after you. Because Todd Bowles has always come after you.
That's his MO.
That's what they do. And it's It is feast or famine because they also gave up a league-high 14 touchdown passes against the blitz.
Yes.
So you can get them.
Yes.
If you block it up.
Yeah, you can.
If you stone them, if you happen to catch it right, as we saw happen with the Raiders against
San Diego. I keep saying that. The L.A. Chargers. Remember Herbert hit them with like 2 50-yard bombs.
Yep. No, I got you. My point is, there is no way that Ron Rivera, I know he's Riverboat Ron, but this is just crazy gambling. He is not. He's not going to. Again, look, if Alex Smith just stunk up the first half and clearly just couldn't go and he couldn't push off at all, especially if it started to affect his throwing, that he couldn't step into his throws off his calf.
Right.
If it's really wounded to the point where it's starting to flare up again. Okay, he might go with Taylor Heinicke out of desperation and give him the ball in the second half, but they're not going to alternate series or plays.
But Skip,
you can't use Taylor Heinicke the way you would Jalen Hurts or Taysom Hill as a gadget player.
He's more mobile.
No.
Ain't like he Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray mobile.
No,
but Skip, the thing is that when you know someone is stationary, I'm not worried about Alex Smith. Now, Alex Smith was healthy, that would be a different story. Skip, I played my last year in Baltimore, 2001. I played with Elvis Grbac. Skip, teams would blitz us on first down because they know Elvis couldn't move.
Okay.
So if I know a guy can't move, but Skip, and they would get out of character to blitz us. They don't even have to get out of character. They just get up, they get off the plane, and what they do, they blitz. That's who they are.
I loved what Bruce Arians said yesterday. He said, we're not playing a 7-9 football team. We're playing a 4-1 team because that's what Alex Smith was when he started. And I checked it. He was actually 5-1 as a starter. Okay? Help me out here. Does he not have weapons on the offense? Because to me, Terry McLaurin is as much a weapon as anybody Tom Brady will have at his disposal.
No, stop it.
Hey, wait a second.
I trade you. Give me AB. Give me AB, and I give you mine.
I'm not seeing the AB I used to see.
You saw it Sunday.
I know, but I don't see the burst and the explosion.
Skip, did you not see him catch that? He caught like a short pass and got to the end zone.
Terry McLaurin fly?
Yeah,
he could just flat out fly. I don't know what they feed them at Ohio State.
He missed a couple of games.
Him and Olave, my God.
He missed a couple of games. Remember with that ankle. He's still not 100%. Yeah, he can play.
And all of a sudden, Logan Thomas went from quarterback to tight end. And he is a stud of a tight end. He can have the impact that Gronk can have now later in his career. You know, he's having high impact for them. Did you see the catch he made in the end zone?
Yes, Skip, I know you want to sell it.
I'm not trying to sell it. I'm afraid of them.
What you're trying to do is trying to make...
Did you see what Antonio Gibson did to my team and my defense twice?
Y'all terrible.
Did you see what McKissick and what's it, Peyton Barber? They come in waves at you. They just keep handing the ball off.
I saw what...
do you think Alex Smith can do this? Do you think he can do that?
This is what I know about you. And you know, nobody really runs the football on Tampa. What you're trying to do...
They don't run on Tampa because they can throw on Tampa, and that is the truth.
I get it. But what you're trying to do, you're going to come out here and try to... I
fear this team.
Listen, you're trying to build the Washington football team up. So when Tom Brady wins, you're going to try to make it seem like this degree of difficulty.
Guess what? The Washington offensive line is ranked in pass blocking by Pro Football Focus. 3rd best in the league.
What's the line?
You don't think they can block
What's the line?
It's 8, and I told you it's way too many. Way too many.
I'm giving you 8.
I'm not betting against Tom Brady. I don't... Just on principle, I'm not going to take that.
You know what, Skip? Since it's you, I'll give you 10.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to have to sit and root all Saturday night for Washington. I don't want to do it. I don't care. I'm telling you 8 is too many.
No, it's not.
And I'm telling you straight from the gut. This is no phony baloney here. This is a scary game because it's the worst matchup Tom Brady could draw in an opening wild card game because it's on the road against a defense that is stacked. It has 5 first-rounders in the rotation on the defensive front. Really?
Yes. But here's the thing. Tom realizes that if I don't turn it over, they can't generate enough offense to beat us.
I got it. But I see low scoring. I see a game that's going to wind up like 20-17 or maybe even stay in the teens.
I don't see that.
Have we seen that before?
No.
Did we see that in a Super Bowl against a Giants front that got after Tom Brady with 4?
But can you imagine Eli wouldn't have been able to get out of that if he had an injured calf like Alex Smith. He'd have gotten sacked. So that play would have never happened.
He could have just put his hand over his eyes and thrown it as far as he wanted to, and maybe it's stuck in somebody's face mask.
Skip, you see the
it
man.
was that kind of game.
Skip, every time the man push off that right, he picks it up because he don't want to get it stepped on or he don't want to get it hit. It's wounded. If you see it, Skip, you see any animal that has one leg, has 4 legs or 2 legs, and he's holding, unless it's a flamingo. Animals don't normally pick a leg up when they got 4 and they can walk normally unless something's wrong. Something is wrong with Alex Smith. We see that, everybody. We're not going to buy that hype what you tried to do to Tom Brady. Make it seem like he beat that team. He beating an injured quarterback on the other side.
Yeah, he's got some bodyguards over on the defensive side. And again, Pro Football Focus ranks the Washington defense 3rd best in the league. So wait a second. 3rd best offensive line, 3rd as far as pass blocking goes, 3rd best defense. That's a recipe for disaster for Tampa Bay.
Where is Washington's offense as a whole? I know they got a good pass blocking line, so where are they as a whole offensively?
I have no idea.
Not very good.
I just know they got weapons.
They got no, Skip.
Hey, I fear them. And I'm not going to let you poor mouth and say, then come in here and say, Brady should have beaten him by 40 points.
Yeah, the guns still have weapons, but ain't none of it loaded. They can't do no damage. Who pulling the trigger? Stop it. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that.
5-1 as starters.
There you go.
Wow. I don't know. Who knew?
You ought to stop this, Skip. You ought to stop this.
Scary.
Sorry, I'm enjoying this right now.
Yeah, Jenny, you know what's
I really am.
You ought to stop.
I think
I'm looking forward to seeing Tom Brady, and it's just back in action. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.